How bad are the ticket sales for Mistress Claressa Shields that there is a whole press release that Floyd Mayweather is attending the fight, y'all? Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields. Surprise, surprise. AKA Pap's Mistress. AKA Pap's Entanglement. AKA Pap's Pick Me. AKA Pap's Side Chick. Or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. Desperate times called for desperate measures. Desperado behavior. Let's try to pull out one more hat trick. Let's try to do some more stunts and shows. Let's try to pull the wool over your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Just leave the rose-colored glasses on for a little bit longer while we continue to play in y'all face. While we continue to lie, just to lie about this upcoming fight, you guys, on August 15th with Claressa Shields and K. Scott. We are in crisis mode. We are in damage control mode. Damage control that I like to say causes more damage. The cover-up is always worse than the crime, y'all. And the crime in the first place, Claressa Shields, Win Records, and Salida Promotions is announcing this fight in the first place. And having the audacity to assume the ATL was just going to roll out the red carpet for Claressa Shields. They were going to see her name, and it was going to be automatic sold-out tickets. But see, y'all knew that it was not going to be a sell-out fight. Because at the time y'all announced this, there still was a mountain of backlash against Claressa Shields with what happened with her and Alicia Baumgartner, her slapping Alicia Baumgartner at the MVP Promotions MMA Netflix event, her pushing Franchon Cruz in heels at the melee at the weigh-in the day before their fight back in February. There has been nothing but backlash for Claressa Shields. There are multiple petitions. There is a cancel Claressa movement. And Claressa's antics on social media, people are tired. Claressa's antics with a married man, people are tired. There was a whole press rollout in us thinking Claressa's next fight, her next opponent, was going to be Lauren Price. And notice there's not been a mention of Lauren Price since. You know what I mean? And so what has happened? They decided to do this bootleg press conference in Atlanta after the BET Awards. And they were like, we're here, all 10 of y'all Win Records employees. The MC was like, I need y'all to clap louder for the quote. No. Even Michigan wouldn't have done Claressa that dirty. Even Michigan would not have played in Claressa's face like that. Maybe you should have kept the fight in Michigan at Little Caesars Arena with all your shenanigans and stunts and shows, Claressa. It's clear to me y'all try to pick and choose what y'all want to, address the quote-unquote criticism on the internet. But this is a flop and a fail because y'all also failed in thinking that this was going to be a sell-out fight. By having Zeus Network on the undercard, by having Baddies on the undercard, by having Brandy's brother Ray J on the undercard. Still, that was not enough to push these ticket sales. Still, that was not enough to push through for people to be interested in this fight. So then what happened? Claressa enlisted Monique. The same Monique that has been blackballed by Hollywood, that still to this day is carrying on the beef with Oprah and Tyler Perry. And listen, I was with Monique in the beginning, right? But it gets to a point it gets to a point. And we also got to factor in as well, a lot of people don't like your husband, Monique. That is also a factor in this as well. But when I saw Monique was trying to promote Claressa's fight and said that she was going to be in the building, I was like, oh, Claressa really has lost the support of a lot of these celebrities, a lot of these public figures, because if you're claiming that all of these celebrities are rocking with you the way that you're claiming, where are they? Where are they? So there's still all this backlash, right? Because there's already backlash with the opponent, right? Claressa did all that talking about not wanting to fight older fighters and all this and all that she's going to fight fresh talent, the best of the best. And to be the best, you got to beat the best, which is what I always say on here, except for you rolled out an opponent that nobody knows. You rolled out an opponent that is effectively your coworker, right? So there's still all this backlash. Still, there's no ticket sales that are moving. In the 11th hour, Claressa and Salida Promotions announced finally they decided to add some real fighters to the undercard, y'all. Finally, there are real fighters that are on the undercard, and this should push ticket sales because now it looks like a more legitimate boxing match, right? It looks like a more legitimate fight night, or so it appears. But everything is giving you are trying to do anything to get these ticket sales to happen. And so then that didn't work. That still did not push the sales. That still did not move the needle. So then you announced last week that Lotto is going to do the ring walk for Claressa Shields. No. Not another mistress, not a fellow mistress whose career right now is not a good look. Nobody listened to that album about no married man, your love letter to a married man. You can keep that. You could have sent that in an email, as far as I am concerned, on the Google Drive of it all. We did not need that album. And ultimately, it came and went on the Billboard charts. You even have a song shouting out Claressa and calling the married man a pap smear. And still, I don't understand how Claressa and Pap doesn't see that as shade. But anyways, or maybe that's why Pap never acknowledged the song, only Claressa has. Lotto ignored that for an entire week. Did not acknowledge that she was doing the ring walk. I don't know if it was out of embarrassment or out of shame that she had to lower herself to do this. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, when she found herself getting drug on the internet, when she found herself at the crosshairs of Charleston White, then she decides to pop out and finally promote that she's doing this ring walk. All for clout, all for attention, all to stay relevant, because a lot of these celebrities are very calculated. She wants to say she's not sleeping with a married man in the same fashion that Claressa is not sleeping with a married man, but y'all still have not, provided me no divorce decree. It is easy as day. And why is it always the mistress that is coming and speaking out about somebody else's marriage? Where is 21 Savage? You know what I'm saying? And I know the wife came out, and I know people wanted to make a big deal, or whether or not she's wearing a ring or whatever else. Her response, saying nothing with music in the background, is the response. Is letting y'all know what it is and what it ain't. She's not come out herself and said that she is legally single. Her and 21 Savage are divorced. None of them have. 21 Savage is referring to Lotto. He reposts her album announcement and calls her wifey, but you got a whole wife at home. Make it make sense. Wants to try for another baby, but does not want to try for a divorce with his wife that he already has 2 kids with. Make it make sense. Is not able to be out in public with Lotto. Has yet to be in public with her. Went on a date with his wife to the baby shower of Lotto's. Make it make sense. That is what Claressa thought was also going to push ticket sales, and it backfired. Claressa then does a press tour on several ATL stations that unfortunately do not know Claressa Shields, the boxer. They only know who Claressa Shields is because Remy Ma exposed that her husband never stopped cheating on her. That's how they know who Claressa Shields is. And so what goes viral is not Claressa's talk about, boxing or her upbringing or her life or any of the sort. What goes viral is the entanglement with a married man. What goes viral is Claressa Shields not understanding that her being with a married man is significantly damaging and tarnishing her brand quick, fast, in a hurry, and she does not want to accept it. She refuses to accept that this is the wrong road, that this is the wrong approach, that this is not it, that what you think this is, it ain't. She refuses to, understand that the people aren't effing with this, that the people are not feeling this, the people are not fresh, they're not dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, the interview on Young Jock's show with Miss Shanika goes viral, in which she asks, how long are you going to continue to date a married man, right? Goes viral, gets a lot of backlash. Claressa tries to bully and attack and harass and make threats behind the scenes to Miss Shanika. Miss Shanika responds by doing an interview to not fully unload the clip, but tries to, introduce herself to a new audience of people who may not be familiar with her, answer questions, what she potentially would ask Pap if she had an opportunity to interview him. Also talked about as well that Claressa switched up on her after the interview. She thought that they were good after the interview took place, and she unfortunately was wrong. She did sense the energy change and the energy shift. However, she did not know how pissed Claressa Shields really was until she saw that she was calling it corny. Anyways, they had a whole back and forth. We talked about it, right? Then, you guys, the Cam Newton interview drops, and I still have a part 2 of that as well on the rest of my reaction and all of the things and all of the sort, and that's going to be coming to you later today. However, still there's a lot of backlash, y'all. Still there is a lot of backlash, and it is not pushing ticket sales. Claressa and whoever is on her team thought that all these interviews, thought that announcing Lotto doing the ring walk, thought adding real fighters to the undercard to try to take the shift and the focus away from the Zeus Network undercard and trying to have Monique promote the fight. All of these measures have not worked. So now you have to go nuclear. Now you have to roll out the nuclear option, which is this. Nuclear option is, at 11 hours ago at the time I'm recording this video, Salida Promotions did a post that said, when greatness pulls up to see greatness, Floyd Mayweather will be ringside in ATL for Claressa Shields versus Kay Scott. And what happens is follows, right? It says TBEX quote, right? And it says, Floyd Mayweather is coming to see the GOAT. And there is an alleged post, you guys, from Floyd Mayweather, but I don't know if he actually was the one that made it. You know what I'm saying? According to what 50 Cent has said, that used to be his bestie at one point in time. I don't know if he actually wrote this or someone on his team did. But ultimately, it says this. Atlanta, Georgia, I am on my way to y'all city. I need the whole city to come hang out with me and watch World Championship Boxing Saturday, August 15th at the State Farm Arena. Tags Claressa Shields versus Kay Scott. Come witness and be a part of history. What? What history? I need everyone to show up and show out. Tickets on sale now with a fire emoji. And before I even can give a reaction, you guys, Claressa was already in the comments. She was already in the comments immediately when this happened. So somebody was like in the comments, listen, look at here. Alicia Baumgartner is saying y'all paying celebrities to show up for your fight because tickets ain't selling. Now, I want to let y'all know at the time of recording this video, I don't know if Alicia Baumgartner said this or not. I do not know if she said this or not. However, that does not matter to Claressa Shields. She sees Alicia Baumgartner's name. She sees Remy Ma's name. She sees Layla Ali's name. And it's go time. It is go time no matter what. So here is Claressa in the comments saying that girl is so salty with laughing emojis. To me, it's giving laugh before you cry. To me, it is giving laugh before you cry. Why does Floyd Mayweather last night, you know what I'm saying, have to say tickets are on sale now 6 days before the fight? Because this post was yesterday. So we're now 5 days, you know what I'm saying, until the fight, right? It's on the 15th, right? So why would you still have to promote that tickets are still on sale, tickets are available, if it is not about the tickets not selling? Because Claressa, if you are the GOAT, and if you supposedly are the face of women's boxing, if you supposedly are the algorithm, are the motion, all these things, why hasn't it been announced yet that these tickets are sold out? And how quickly is Claressa going to make sure for her next fight that it's back in Michigan? That it is back in Michigan so they can tell y'all that everything was sold out and provide zero receipts of said box office results of how many were purchased tickets and how many were giveaways. You can't pull those types of stunts in shows in Atlanta. And again, I don't know why y'all thought originally having a Zeus undercard was going to be enough to sell out the arena when we can see clips of baddies and Ray J acting a fool for free on the Shade Room, on the Neighborhood Talk. We don't need a Zeus subscription to see how it goes down with the baddies when y'all post the clips all over social media anyways. They don't need to purchase a ticket for that. They don't need to purchase a ticket for Claressa and her shenanigans, because a lot of people, especially boxing fans, do not respect this matchup. And there's even Claressa Shields fans who do not respect this matchup, because the math is not mathing. All the shit you talk on the internet, and then you roll out a fight like this, and it has been nothing but chaos and discord and drama this whole time. Then you try to put out a diss song again that had no motion, had no energy, had nothing, had no bars. Just was an epic fail. So now you've rolled out the nuclear option, which is Floyd Mayweather is going to be here. As if Floyd Mayweather himself allegedly isn't having problems of his own. Isn't having financial issues and difficulties to the point that he has to come out of retirement. And then has that scandal with a love child that he allegedly had with one of his employees from the club. And has to pay some shmoney. So he's got a few scandals right now under his belt, in addition to the financial issues of it all. So Floyd is not doing this because he's a fan of Claressa or because he supports Claressa or any of the sort. This is all about positive PR for Floyd Mayweather. This is all about Floyd Mayweather, when it is all said and done, to get himself back out there in the media, to get attention on himself, get a ringside interview, and all of the things. So that, you know what I'm saying, he can be back into the news. He can be back into the algorithm, right? Like it's crazy, man. It is crazy, you know, how the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Why couldn't Floyd Mayweather make it earlier this year in Detroit, in Michigan, to Claressa's fight with Franchon Cruz? Yeah, y'all peep that, right? Y'all peep that, right? So ultimately, you know what I'm saying? I believe there's another, I believe the Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao fight, didn't that get postponed? Didn't it get postponed? It was supposed to be in September, I believe. Like it's been a lot of things that is just, it's crazy. It is really crazy. You know what I'm saying? What is happening, right? But ultimately, he needs positive press. He needs money. And I wouldn't be surprised if they rolled out a check for him as well. If they opened their pocketbooks and was like, listen, look at here, you know what I'm saying? Is there any way you could come to this fight? How much can we pay you? How much do we need to pay you so that ultimately you can come? Because I don't feel that this is just because he wants to see Claressa, you know what I'm saying, on his own. I feel like there's other motivations that is taking place as to the why. So ultimately, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor. I need y'all to do y'all biggest one, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. Hype the video like you never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's Toto says final. It's Benito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.